Well, good morning, everybody. It is cold. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning and probably about 35 degrees out. This is my second day here at camp, and today is so much better than yesterday was. Yesterday I just didn't feel good. I had a massive headache all day. My shoulders were locked up. I was nauseous, and I just didn't feel good yesterday. I think it's probably the altitude. So 3 days ago I was in Omaha staying with my buddy, which I don't know the elevation there, but it's not very high. And I immediately drove up to 10,200 feet, which is where I am now. And so I think I was just feeling the kind of the effects of altitude sickness there a little bit, but that was kind of the plan. Get up here into elevation camp, hang out for a few days, and just try to get used to the altitude and not make the mistake I made last year, where I just got out here and went straight up a 14er, and really did get some pretty severe altitude sickness. So I think I was just feeling the effects of altitude yesterday, but they actually feel pretty good. So today's game plan is we are going to go into town. I don't have enough fuel, funny enough, so I need to go get a couple canisters, a little bit of white gas, and then after that there's a really pretty lake that I saw. Well, I think it's a really pretty lake. I saw a lake on a map and I want to walk out to it. So I think we'll do that today. So let's make a little coffee and hang out for a little bit, maybe a little breakfast, and we'll break down camp and get on out of here. So a lot of people don't know how these white gas stoves work. I've done a couple videos on them, but you have to prime it first, allow the system to heat up, which is what's happening right here. So I filled the little cup up with white gas, lit it on fire. Now it's heating up the system. And then at some point when it kind of starts dying down a little bit, I'll open this up and it should turn into a nice blue flame. There we go. Perfect. So my stove just ran out of fuel. It's out. No coffee. No coffee for me this morning, which, oh, that's funny. No big deal. It's an hour to town. We'll go to town. I gotta get some supplies. We'll just pick up a little coffee while we're there. No big deal. Then we'll go up to the lake. Okay, so this worked out really well. Instead of having to drive all the way into Laramie, which is about an hour away, this little town just right at the base of the mountain, population 300 people, had exactly what I needed. Got 2 fuel canisters and a cup of coffee. So we are set. The only thing they didn't have, well, they did have it. They did have white gas, but it was a gallon, and I'm not gonna buy a gallon of white gas. So next time I'm actually in a real bigger town, something with a population more than 300 people, that's when I'll pick up some white gas. But I got the canisters, so that saves me probably 2.5 hours of my day, and I don't even know how much gas. So huge win. And I feel better. My headache's gone. My neck doesn't feel bad. Ooh, there's a dog. Want to see the dog? See the dog? All right, let's go back to the mountains. I'm wondering if I just saw wolves up there on that little rise. There were 2 of them, probably 150, 200 yards away. They released them in Colorado, about 100 miles, 150 miles south of here. And that was a couple, maybe last year, a couple years ago. Can't remember, but I guess they could be up here. So I forgot my pack cover. So my pack's just getting wet, and my sleeping bag is not wrapped up in a trash bag like it should be. And you know, it's kind of raining out here. So I just thought, instead of continuing on to the lake where I was gonna camp tonight, I've decided to, at a minimum, backtrack to a lake much closer to the trailhead, and that way, if if I do get too wet, it'll just be an easy hike out to the vehicle. So I'm gonna try to exercise some caution out here. I'm very remote, very deep in the wilderness. I'm in a storm. There could or could not be wolves abode and around. It's either giant coyotes or wolves, one of the two. My vote's wolves. And so I just thought it'd be a little bit better if I got on back to something a little bit closer and just risk not doing something stupid here while I'm all by myself. I think I see a person down there. That's good. I'm gonna go talk to that person. See you later this evening, people. So my GoPro died, but I wanted to welcome y'all to camp. Everything's nice and set up. Got a little fire going. Beautiful lake right there. We're still in shoulder season with the snow melt. So travel up here, a little on the slow side right now, but it's okay. It's been thundering and raining on and off. So I got my pack under my vestibule. There you go, you can hear it now. Just all sorts of thunder up there. So I have a small leak in my thermarest or my air mattress right here at the seam. So I'm gonna take, good thing I redid my first aid kit, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna take some of this and try my best to fix this. I have no idea how long it takes to set up because there's only, you know, poison control warnings on there. Nothing to actually tell me how to use the stuff. So I'm assuming it's just gonna be like glue and I should just put it on there and let it set and maybe it'll work. Okay, I couldn't film me putting it on there. It's just too much, but you see it's all kind of goopy now. That's the glue. Ooh, the rain just lightened up a little bit. That's good. So I'm gonna let this set up for a little bit. I'll just kind of hold it here, and if it sets up, great. If not, I am definitely gonna be without a sleeping pad tonight. I usually bring two, so I have at least that one. But this one definitely makes the sleeping a lot better. So hopefully I can get it to hold some air. I think I figured out why I have a leak in the first place. Over here on the left-hand side where my thumb is, this piece of plastic, you know, the continuous piece of plastic that actually protrudes down into or goes into the actual air mattress. This one over here is bent. Over here on the right side, that corner is not bent. So I think what happened is somewhere when I was packing it or rolling it or storing it, this little end corner, this piece of plastic right here bent and just worked that fabric loose, and so now I have a leak. Seems to be holding.